So we're talking a little D. Hilton Associates services here, and
Absolutely.
how has D. Hilton helped you guys out?
They've helped us tremendously with the reorganization. We needed to transform not only the strategy of the credit union, but the people, particularly at the higher leadership levels that execute that strategy. And they spent a lot of time with us to understand, what we're trying to do, not only from a technical perspective, but a people fit perspective.
Okay.
My style, my strengths and weaknesses, and some of the strengths and weaknesses of the other folks. And we've had perfect fits with all of our I think 4 or 5 of our top leadership positions.
What else? Has D. Hilton done other things for you guys?
Recruiting, they assisted us on the reorganization itself, on the structure, and some of the job descriptions and overall documentation of matching the strategy to the organizational structure. So everything fits together.
Sounds like a lot of research. It sounds like D. Hilton did their research in order to find these candidates that sounds like they fit really well with your credit union.
They did. In fact, I think in every case we would have been comfortable with the selectee or the number 2. They also, in my opinion, they just understood us. Not, like I said, once again, from a technical, but from a people side of it. The other thing they brought to us was their experience at hundreds, if not thousands, of other shops. I don't know how many clients they have, but they brought us people that we could talk to. If you're trying to do this, call this credit union as a peer, and so that's been tremendously helpful to me, especially as a first-time CEO.
And how was the process? I mean, how did that whole work out? I mean, it sounds like a pretty in-depth process that everybody went through to be happy in the end.
Yeah, I would say it's in-depth, but it's not overwhelming because they do most of the work.
Okay, that's good.
They ask all the questions, and they take that assessment, if you will, and produce a document for us. So we have, one, documentation for ourselves, for our board, for our regulator if they ever need to look at it. But just so we have something on paper that says this is the roadmap we're following. So that's helpful. You always have different timelines when you're trying to fill the right person.
Right.
They were very good about reminding us the right person is more important than filling the job within 2 weeks, and that was tremendously beneficial, especially with the chief positions that we just filled. Another thing they can do, we didn't have to do this because our slots filled rather quickly.
Okay.
But if we needed a temporary CFO or a temporary virtually any position, they have contacts in the industry that are either semi-retired or consulting, but would consider a temporary assignment. So they can even help in that situation. If something happened if you had a disaster du jour, big headline, bad reputation risk issue or whatever, they could bring someone in right away.
There's a credit union kind of sitting on the fence about these types of services. What would you tell them?
I would tell them to call Janice Schisler, who was my primary point of contact when I was recruited to CBC. But seriously, anybody on their team, I would just reach out to them, check out their website, check out the referrals, and call me. I'm easy to find. I'm at CBC.
Excellent.